Good morning. Good morning. My name is Rodney Glover. I'm the candidate for governor of Florida. Sometimes I like to tell you guys to remain focused, stay focused on what we're trying to do, where we're trying to go. I'm hearing a lot of terminology right now. Wait until the primaries. Wait until the primaries. First and foremost, I'm non-party affiliated. So there are at least 3 million people who don't vote in the primaries because they're for Republicans and Democrats, right? But it's always wait until the primaries. Look at the time that is in the middle of having to wait till the primaries. That's because we can't hold our elected officials accountable. I'm running for governor to ensure that citizens are always at the top of the food chain, that the majority is always at the top of the food chain. When I say majority, I am talking about non-elected citizens. I'm talking about you, the citizen who's not elected to an office. I want you to always be at the top of the food chain. The president of the United States said, lowering housing costs, not going to be his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, he's talking to our children's children. If we don't figure this housing problem out, the prices are too high. Property tax is just compounding, and there aren't enough programs to help. Ladies and gentlemen, they just passed a law to raise the minimum wage, and then now they're trying to backdoor that and say that, hey, business owners can decide to pay you that minimum wage. Who's not going to decide to do that if that law passes? Like, it's not going to be enough people that are going to do the right thing if that law passes. Then everybody is going to be right back here. Why would we pass a law to say that we're going to raise minimum wage only to give the business owners the ability to not pay it? Makes no sense. But someone you elected brought that forth. Do you understand what I mean? Now, citizens, if you turn in a petition, the petition is saying that as a non-elected citizen, when I hire you, you need to understand that I'm at the top of the food chain, that I can fire you if you don't do the job that you told us you were going to do. You understand why it's important to send that message? That will start the conversation, but you got to want to do your part. You have got to want to do your part to stay focused, because what we're dealing with today, we're going to deal with. But what we can build for tomorrow is what I'm focused on. I'm focused on building for tomorrow. Today's problems are today's, but what I put in place today to help me tomorrow is important, and I'm trying it for all of us. I need to put in place that citizens have the tools necessary to help themselves, and that you, by word, by in the Constitution, that you are the number one priority, that citizens are the number one priority, that you have the number one say so, that you can not have to wait until the primaries to hold an elected official accountable. It's super important. Guys, there are so many bills, and it takes a ton of time to sift through all the pages to find that piece that's going to hurt us. That's because we're still allowing bills like this to come in. We're having to find this. It's being presented as if it's very beneficial. But I've told you, go to Glover2026.com. Go to Glover2026.com. You're going to see the bills that haven't been passed in your interest. You're going to see insurance bills that weren't passed for you. You're going to see rent release bills that were not passed for you. You're going to see overdevelopment bills that were not passed for you. You're going to see plenty bills on Glover2026.com in the research page that were literally passed to be against you. Can't do anything until we get the power to roll it back. That's just the way it is. We are, as non-elected citizens, politically helpless. And if you keep voting into the same system, the cyclic problem won't change. We'll just end up having to pass it down to our children's children until someone says the people need to matter first. Until enough people say the people need to matter first. You get to Glover2026.com, you get that petition, download it, sign, and you have to take it in person. You be the person that's going to start the conversation. Help me get us at the top of the food chain, and then we can start to continue to build this system in the right way. I really appreciate everybody who's supporting, everybody who's liking, everybody who's sharing, everybody who's saving the videos, even though I don't know what we're saving them for. But do what you got to do. Let's help the future because the present's here, and the present's going to dictate what it's going to dictate. But we can decide what we're going to do for tomorrow.